As you resume your journey, the caravan marches in silence. Dwarves? Never before has there been animosity between Windwall and Nортандер. You are pulled from your thoughts as Greyfell's silhouette appears on the star-speckled horizon. 3 hours later, you lie down in your new bed in the keep. The Queen requested to see you at dawn tomorrow. Sleep closes over you like a leaden door.
General Arif?
Yes? Who?
Iria Alathiel, First Mage of the Circle. I know you were expecting Ambassador de Breos, but Her Majesty wanted me to welcome you instead.
The area? The one who fought alongside Corporal Tahar?
That one, yes.
Impressive. I heard a lot about you.
I'm flattered. Though I'm sure the tales make it all sound a lot more glorious than it was. I'm not a hero.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Circle Mage Alathiel. It's an honor.
How gallant. And just call me Iria, all right? Circle Mage or not, I've never been a friend of fancy titles. Come now.
Stay close.
Hold on. Yes, puny paleskin, you. Come over here real quick, will you?
Over here. What's this?
Are you talking to me?
Who else would I be talking to? You're the only one in this accursed lair of cretins who looks worth having a conversation with.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, maybe that was a little too harsh. This place just hasn't been particularly inspiring ever since I arrived, and it vexes me.
Hold on, should I know you? Are you with the Wolf Guard?
Am I with the Wolf Guard? Ha! If anything, the Wolf Guard is with me. I'm Burgal the Magnificent, the most fabled smith on Io. And no need to grovel or kiss my feet. I'm not into that kind of thing. But let us skip the small talk, shall we? I'm interested in that thing you're wearing, the charm. It looks interesting. Tell me, where did a puny pale skin like you find such a treasure?
That? Oh, it's a memento.
A memento? Well, you seem to be misinformed. This is one of the most powerful relics on Io. Well, could be, one day, with my help.
I don't follow.
Oh, why am I not surprised? In simplest terms, what you're wearing seems to be an Empyrean relic. Its power has faded, but I could reignite it, so to speak. Let me have a look, will you?
Why would you do that? You don't even know me.
Indeed, and I do not plan to. This relic, on the other hand, let's call it a challenge. I have a predilection for pretty, neglected things.
Then it's not money you're after.
Huh! A true artist doesn't need money. He lives off the muse's kiss alone.
Okay, but don't break...
Interesting. Yes, this might work. This might actually work. Do you know what a vengeful spirit is?
A spirit that is vengeful?
Ah, look at that! The puny paleskin has brains. Indeed, leaving aside the tragic stories of heartbreak and revenge, it's basically a ghost who refuses to die. Now, if you could manage to ascertain such a ghost's essence for me on your travels, I might be able to forge it into your relic and reawaken some of its powers. What do you say? What? You're brimming with gratitude? Why, no need to be. Just come back when you have the essence. Apparently there's one floating around in some graven wind wall.
I'll think about it.
Excellent! Safe travels! And don't forget to burn the body of the deceased, will you? It's the only way to stop it from coming back to haunt you. If it isn't the puny paleskin. Yes?
So, you're a smith for the orcish part of the Wolf Guard?
I chose to lend my divine skills to the Wolf Guard, yes.
I see. You call Greykeep a lair of cretins. How come you left Barga Gore to come here then? To help circle Mage Gore and the Wolf Guard, I take it.
What? Oh no. The Wolf Guard are sweet, but let's just say I'm suffering for my art.
What do you mean?
Well, back in Barga Gore, I made an axe for the chieftain's cousin. High quality as always. The idiot takes it on a hunt and embarrasses himself. Anyway, he comes back and starts yelling at me that I gave him a faulty axe.
Did you?
Of course not. These hands are incapable of subpar work. So yes, I tell him to go roast in the flames of Barga Gore. But he's unrelenting. Finally, he says, try swinging it at me. You'll see how useless it is.
Please don't tell me you...
He was asking for it. And you know what they say, customer is king.
That's one way of looking at it. So you killed him.
I'm not crazy, General. I just chopped off his right hand. In a single swing, too, in case you had doubts about the axe.
A single swing? That is a good axe.
Thank you. At least you have some sense. Anyway, turns out the chieftain did not appreciate me teaching his idiot cousin a lesson. The ungrateful sod banished me, after years of making weapons for his army. And that's how I ended up in this bloody place. Terrific story, isn't it? Well, at least they appreciate my talent around here.
Well, that's quite a story, Burgal. Why exactly do you need the essence of a vengeful
I knew it. Human nature, I suppose.
Excuse me?
Look, puny paleskin, I appreciate your interest in my work, but you can't just go asking people to give up their trade secrets. Do you go up to the cook and ask her what her secret ingredient is?
No, you're right. Sorry.
I suppose you can be forgiven. What's that human saying? Curiosity murdered the pig and baked it into a pie?
You mean curiosity killed the cat?
Bottom line, don't be a pig, puny paleskin. And don't be a pie.
I have to be going.
Yes, yes, do as you please. Now, back to work.
What do you need?
Axes,
Interesting.
daggers, swords, everything for the wary traveler. Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
I'm listening.
Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest. Good choice. The best wares
What's
from
this?
Kalea to Nортандер. Farewell. Armors and shields. Everything from copper daggers to moon silver swords. A fair offer.
Out of the way. Yes. What do we have here?
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need. Pleasure doing business with you. Come again. I'm getting new wares by the next moon's turn. Come again. May Tiara bless your path. You know how to bargain, don't you? Yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need. Farewell.
Looking good. Then let's not keep Her Majesty waiting any longer.
Lead on. Interesting.
12 years. Has it really been that long since you last stepped through this gilded archway, when the Queen sent you to Imperia? It feels like another life.
They're here. Your Majesty, I present Circle Mage Iria Alathiel and General Arev. Take a knee.
Your Majesty?
Thank you. Rise. I have spent all day in Conclave, so let us skip the pleasantries. I assume you know about the Wolf Guard?
An elite unit of elves, orcs, and humans that keeps the peace in Nортандер. Corporal Tahar leads them.
Led them. Tahar is dead.
What? Who are you?
Wraith Skadar. He is assisting us in another matter, but I will come to that later. What he says, however, is true. Corporal Tahar is dead. Alathiel?
Yes. Several moons ago, there were rumors of disappearances at the southern border. Villages seemingly abandoned, people taken overnight. Tahar led a small contingent of the Wolf Guard to investigate, where they were ambushed. There were no survivors. We believe the attack was by a group of Purity loyalists looking to avenge the death of their leader, Rondar Lacane. But we don't know for sure. As you may know, Tahar killed Lacane here in Greykeep to end the Purity War.
The Purity. The mage killer is right. I thought they disbanded after the war ended.
Mostly. But pockets of their cult escaped into the wilderness. Tahar's body was brought back to Greykeep and given a proper burial. As you can imagine, it was a great loss for the realm. But the Wolf Guard cannot remain without a leader. And that is why you are here, General Arev. You are the candidate.
Wait, what?
You heard me.
What happened to the Purity loyalist responsible for Tahar's murder?
The Crown has put a bounty on their heads, but so far they've avoided capture.
Also keep in mind that we merely assume that ex-Purity are behind Tahar's death.
What do you mean? Who else could it have been?
It is only a theory. We will speak about this later.
Your Majesty, if I may ask, why didn't you tell me about this earlier? Ambassador Jarrus could have told me on the journey.
Because that would have required a lot of explaining, and I wanted to be the one to do it. It is as simple as that.
I'm not sure I understand, Your Majesty. What did I do to deserve this? You know who I am, and...
Yes, General Arev, I know perfectly well who you are. And I know about that mysterious incident in Carville of which you remember nothing. It does not change my decision. Also, you will have to prove yourself.
If you know about the incident in Kaval, you also know that my entire regiment was slaughtered by orcs. Why would you entrust me with another one?
Your last regiment fell fighting for Nортандер. It was a tragedy, yes, but it was war in Imperia. And in war, these things happen.
But how'd you know I'm not to blame for that? I don't remember, and...
General, I have made my decision.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This is an honor. How do you want me to prove myself?
By taking care of an issue you have, involuntarily, already come in contact with. You will set out tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Isn't this a bit rushed?
It is, but time is not on our side.
All right. What's the mission?
Ambassador, if you please.
1 week prior to your arrival, there was an attack on a mining town called Dracot. It's on the border of Hallet and Nортандер.
By whom?
Windholm dwarves. And just like the incident on the Golden Road, everything about it is strange. Firstly, because Windholm and Nортandер are at peace. And secondly, because in this case, the victims of the attack are dwarves themselves. Surface dwarves.
Hold on, so dwarves raided a dwarven village? That doesn't make sense.
Correct, it doesn't. Which is why we'll need to find out what's behind this.
What do you want me to do?
Simple. Go there, help the surfaces recapture Dracot, then find out why the Windholmers would do such a thing so that we can resolve this as swiftly as possible. Please understand what is at stake here, General. Nортandер has just been through a war, and the wounds are still mending. We cannot risk another one.
The dwarves that raided our caravan were after our moon silver.
I know. And since the Dracot mines produce moonsilver too, I am certain there is a connection. The only question is, if it is moonsilver they want, why raid Nortandian caravans and towns? What has happened in Windholm that they would risk a war over this? This is what you need to find out.
Isn't one of the circle mages a dwarf? Iskrim.
Yes. And we've tried to reach out to him ever since the Dracot incident. But he left for a longer expedition up north a while ago and hasn't been heard from since.
What kind of expedition?
Officially, to excavate a Shaper ruin in Wulfgar. Personally, however, I think it has to do with the rune.
The rune? You mean...
The runestone Rondar Lacane used to mind control Lady Myra Utron during the Purity Wars. Yes.
So the Crown intends to use it?
We intend to understand it. Isgrim will research it with or without our approval, and I would rather have a technology as powerful as the rune in our hands than in those of our enemies.
I see.
What about the other circle mages? Could they help us?
They are also on their own missions. The purpose of the Circle isn't to walk around Greykeep all day, but to ensure stability throughout Nортandер. And this is what we are doing. We are mages, not bureaucrats.
Fair point. I see. So... what troops do I have at my disposal?
For now, only the human unit of the Wolf Guard. The Morhir and the Orcs are each on missions.
What missions, Your Majesty? Will they come back?
They will, but not anytime soon. The Wolf Guard will have to make do without them in the meantime. You will, that is. As for your first question, the Morhir troops are overseeing the construction of their people's new settlement in Utran. The Firewielders, on the other hand, are in Barga Gor, protecting their great cow under the leadership of Circle Mage Gor. Their absence weakens the Wolf Guard, but I cannot blame them. After all, these are their new homes, and they want to ascertain safety. However, I want you to join forces with the surface dwarves as soon as you reach their outpost. They will know the strengths and weaknesses of their kind best.
Understood. Then I'd best get prepared.
Do that. Circle Mage Alathiel and Wraith Skadar will accompany you. Alathiel, introduce the General to the troops.
Understood. Meet me at the war table if you want an introduction, General.
Ah, and one more thing.
Your Majesty?
I believe in second chances. Prove me right. The audience is concluded.
General, if you have a second, there's also something I need your help with.
What do you need? You said you needed something?
Yes. Thanks for making the time, General. Please excuse me in advance. I don't usually involve my personal life in my work.
This isn't official business.
No, it isn't. It's about my sister, Jerfina. She was in Leonon when the Bloodburn hit.
Isn't that when the Wolfguard destroyed the village?
Yes, under the esteemed command of General Noria. Except, they didn't just destroy the village, they purged it. Better to kill every last citizen than let a disease get out of hand.
I understand you're upset, but what does this have to do with me? The Bloodburn is over. Noria is dead.
I'm sorry, General. As I said, I'm not used to discussing personal affairs. Always lock it up, Jarrus, my tutors would say, but... Anyway, I don't care about revenge. You're right, there's no point. But I need to know what happened to my sister.
Wait, you don't know what happened to her?
I know she's probably dead, but as far as my family and I are concerned, she left one day and never came back. We just don't know. Did she get sick, or did the soldiers...
Your sister is also from Greyfell, right? Wouldn't the soldiers have noticed she wasn't one of the villagers?
Our family is of modest wealth, yes. But Jerfina would never dress as such when she traveled. She liked to blend in. Said it helped make the villagers feel at ease. Besides, the Wolfguard was pretty set on not letting the Bloodburn spread. Even if they had known, I don't know that they would have cared.
Why was she in Leonon?
While I was studying etiquette, my sister was learning the healing arts. She would often make trips to the outer villages that lacked the expertise of a formally educated healer. Knowing her, she would have stayed to treat the Bloodburn.
Why do you think I can help?
Because there are a group of survivors who might know the truth. After the village was destroyed, I hired a guy to look for Jerfina. He didn't find her, but he did find these survivors.
And?
And they fled at the sight of him. It's the only lead I have. Please, could you try talking to them? I doubt they would say no to the Wolfguard.
I don't know, Ambassador. I'm not the one who ordered their village destroyed. But the Wolfguard was part of it. I doubt those survivors will be happy to see our banners.
I see your point, but Leonon happened before Tahar reshaped the Wolfguard. Everyone knows it's different now. They'll talk to you, I'm sure of it.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Where can I find these survivors?
My guy tracked them to the Windwall outskirts. They moved around after the war, but they should still be there. Oh, thank you for this, General. Tiara's light go with you. General, is there anything I can help you with?
What's your story? How did you become Ambassador of the Realm?
Oh, well, it's not an exciting story if that's what you were hoping for. I'm the son of Jaros de Bros.
The de Breos? The mayor of Greyfell?
Yes, my path was pretty much paved the moment my parents found out that I was gifted. A royal mage took me under his wing, and I joined the university when I was only 15 years old, where I studied the 5 languages, history, diplomacy, and magic. Since I wasn't an exceptional mage, but performed quite well in other disciplines, my father suggested that I pursue a career in politics, as he had done. That I did, and here I am, 13 years later, and Ambassador of the Queen.
You speak all of the 5 languages?
More or less, yes, though my Elven and Empyrean have gotten a little rusty.
28 winters and Ambassador of the Queen. That's impressive.
Thank you. What about you? How did you join the military?
Well, my parents didn't come from much. I worked my way up.
And now you're here, General of the Wolf Guard. I admire that, General. I truly do. Either way, is there anything else I can assist you with?
What are your thoughts on all this? The dwarves?
I wish I knew. Truth be told, in my experience, it's best if you don't think about these matters too much. Their causes, their implications. Instead, you should focus on what you can do about it. This is how I approach most aspects of life. Act, don't brood. Also, I fully trust Her Majesty, and since she has put her faith in you, I do the same.
I'm flattered. I wish to talk to Her Majesty.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Her Majesty is occupied with other matters.
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
Stay close. What's this?
You came. Good. Ready for an introduction?
Yes.
Good. Come along.
Keep it up.
This is the Wolf Chamber. It's where Tahar used to plan missions and discuss politics with the Orcish and Elven commanders. Now, I could tell you all about them myself, but I suggest you have a chat with them first. Just let me know when you're done. And you might also want to introduce yourself to your soldiers. I saw 2 of them sauntering around here earlier.
This way. Hello?
By the... Ellen's reins, you gave me a start. Who are you?
General Arev. I'm the new commander of the Wolf Guard.
Oh, I see. Yes, we were told. I assume you came to familiarize yourself with the Guard?
Yes.
Good. Well, I'm Elian Valath, Scryer of the Morhir, and the one in charge of the Elven division of the Wolf Guard. But you probably knew that already.
I did. What's the state of the Morhir troops?
Our state? Absent. Almost all of our forces are currently up in Utran, helping to secure our new settlement, and it'll be some time until they're back. I hate to say it, but for now and the near future, you'll have to make do with the human part of the Guard. Listen, I have a question. That dark elf that's been walking around the keep, would you know who he is? I've been told he was at your audience with the Queen today.
I don't, but he'll accompany us on our mission, so I might find out.
Fair enough, then do let me know when you find out. I'm curious. Either way, I'll be out on King's Vantage if you need anything. Good luck on that mission, General. My prayers will be with you.
Stay close.
Wait. You're the new general, aren't you?
How did you know?
I saw you and that caravan come in last night. I heard what happened on the Golden Road. Dwarves attacking humans. They were either completely hammered or completely out of their minds. Anyway, you'll be replacing Tahar, won't you? Good thing the Fire Wielders won't be fighting for the Wolf Guard for the next few moons. Otherwise, you'd be in for a rough time.
Why would I be in for a rough time?
Well, mainly because we orcs don't care as much about titles as we do deeds. Tahar earned our respect, whereas you're still a blank slate. And on that note, you should probably talk to the Circle Mage, Iria.
What about?
Well, I overheard your audience with the Queen, and knowing Iria, I don't think she's very happy about the decision to replace Tahar with you. The 2 of them were really close. As friends, I mean. But it's best if you ask her yourself. Either way, All the best on your mission, General. I'll see you around.
Huh? Who are you?
General Arev. Honored to meet you.
General... Oh, you're the one from Imperia.
Her Majesty already informed us about her decision. I truly hope she knows what she's doing. Corporal Tahar was a great leader. I mean no disrespect, of course. Forgive me, General.
There's nothing to forgive. Only a fool would trust blindly.
I heard that we'll be heading out on a mission soon. Is that true?
Yes, tomorrow at first light. You'll be briefed soon.
I see. Well, thank you for visiting us, General. I appreciate it. Tiara's blessings.
Yes? Who are you?
General Arev, the new commander of the Wolf Guard. I thought I might drop by to introduce myself.
Ah, right. You're the replacement. I heard about you. Well, I'm Master Sergeant Ralkin, the Wolf Guard's quartermaster. Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure's mine.
Listen, General. I was actually looking for you. I know you're probably already swamped, but there are two important matters we should discuss. One's about these mercenaries from Wolfgar the ambassador hired. The other about a disappearance within our ranks. What do you say? We can talk about this now or later outside.
What do you mean by disappearance in our ranks? What happened?
Well, where do I start? It's about one of the Wolf Guard's engineers, Marcus. He went missing a couple moons ago. Heard a search party went looking for him, but they didn't return either.
You want me to look into this?
If you can spare the time, yes. Strictly speaking, it's not your direct responsibility. But word has it you'll be traveling a lot. So, maybe you could make some time?
Shouldn't the Royal Army deal with this?
Well, they did. Tried to, anyway. But I overheard command. We're still stretched thin from the war. The army can't afford to send another search party. But the Wolf Guard could.
Why is one engineer so important?
Well, Marcus is gifted. In the wrong hands, his military designs would be dangerous. Also, he's a good kid.
What do you know about his disappearance that makes you so worried?
Marcus wouldn't just disappear, and neither would that search party. I heard they tracked him to an old silver mine southeast from Greykeep called the Silver Drift Hollow. Something must have happened there.
Do you think he could have killed them?
Marcus? No, why would he? He's loyal to the crown.
All right, I'll find him and the search party.
That's all I can ask. Thanks, General.
Earlier on, you said something about those mercenaries the ambassador hired. What about them?
Well, since the ones from Wolfguard turned out to be quite useful, the Queens provided the Wolfguard with some coin to hire more of them if need be. And since you're the new commander, I thought you might want to have a say in it, and who we're going to hire. We can stick with the two from Wolfgar or find someone else. It's up to us.
I see. Why do we even need mercenaries? Doesn't the Royal Army have enough men to fill the Wolf Guard with?
But the Purity Wars cost us dearly. We're still licking the wounds, so to speak. And in the meantime, we rely on help from reputable mercenary corps. Anyway, bottom line, just let me know if you want to hire someone new. I'll arrange it.
Will do. Thanks, Sergeant. Farewell.
Good day, General.
Done already?
Something I've been meaning to ask you. What do you know about that dark elf? Wraith.
Not much. We briefly worked together during the Purity Wars. He helped us resolve a problem for the Morhir elves and then left.
Is he trustworthy?
In order to answer that question, I'd need to know what he's here for. I don't think his intentions are bad, though. The Queen has good intuition when it comes to people.
You're a circle mage. So what exactly is your role in the Wolf Guard?
Officially? None. But I guess you could call me a counselor of sorts. Plus, the Circle's and the Wolf Guard's responsibilities overlap. We oversee the use of magic, they oversee the country's safety. Both are diplomats, so to speak. So, since Her Majesty ordered it, I guess I'll be sticking around for a while longer. That is, unless you have a problem with that.
On the contrary, your advice will be helpful.
Well, I'll do my best.
Where are the Wolf Guard's troops stationed?
In the barracks, of course. These are the headquarters. If the entirety of the Wolf Guard troops lived and slept here, it'd be rather cramped.
Makes sense. I think I'm done. Let's prepare for the mission.
Sure. Just let me know when you want to head out and I'll be there. Anything else?
Well, yes. Zara said you're not too happy with the Queen's decision.
Did he?
Look, I know you and Tahar were close. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. It's just... Tahar gave so much for this country. So bloody much. And now here you are, the new leader of the Wolf Guard, handpicked by the Queen herself. Replacing a hero like you'd replace an old pair of boots. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know you, but this just feels... wrong.
Well, I'm not in charge yet. I still have to prove myself.
Yeah. And something tells me that you will.
I understand why you'd feel that way. I guess all I can hope for is that you give me a chance.
I'll do my best. Anyway, if you want to, we can have a chat after the mission. I need some time to clear my head. I'll see you on the morrow, at dawn. Find yourself a good horse in the meantime. This'll be a tough ride.
Over here. have here?
Let's talk later, shall we?
What's this?
Atop the mammoth stronghold of Greykeep sits King's Vantage, a gathering place of merchants, servants, and nobles alike. From here, the high towers of the keep encircle the terrace, a grove of stone jutting out from the city below. Beyond, the vast countryside of Nортандер stretches to the far horizon, a view that both reminds and inspires those who defend it.
Interesting.
Axes, daggers, swords, everything for the wary traveler. Good choice.
Yes.
Yes?
What's this? How did you come to serve as quartermaster for the Royal Army?
Me? Injured my knee some years back, but still wanted to serve. So they put me on supplies. Then I worked my way up to here.
How are our provisions?
Recovering. It takes time to procure new materials and goods, but we're getting there. Thanks to Corporal Tahar, there's no war to worry about, at least.
Farewell.
Good day, General.
The best wares from Kalea to Nортандер. A fair offer.
The Throne Hall, the inviolable inner sanctum of Greykeep. Here lies Nortander's seat of power.
What do we have here?
War after war has scarred Fiara, altering the tides of power across much of the continent. In Nортандер, a fragile hope for peace drives the efforts to rebuild a ravaged kingdom. A new beginning dawns for the Morhir, as their new settlement finally takes shape, while the orcs realize the dream of the Great Khal in Bargagor. The dwarves carry on in their stronghold below the mountains, and the Exalted Father rules quietly over the dark elven swamps. It is an era of change, of redefining the old and discovering the new.